These lives are back again, my fearless friends, and I truly am so excited to be with you and talk more about these fears in business and stress in business, which really keeps us away from doing amazing things. And I know for a fact that I have been there and it's truly tough. Now, today's topic, fear of what others think. This is, you may not believe it, but one of the strongest fears there are because not only is it keeping you in your head a lot, because you imagine these things, right? You can never know for sure, not even when someone tells you, hey, you're doing that wrong, hey, you shouldn't have done that. Not even then. You cannot truly know for sure what other people think, right? However, you get to be truly mesmerized by the stories that your mind comes up with. The fact about fear that is most fascinating and alarming in our mind is that it tends to have this Hollywood movie horror script scenario like style, meaning that you get one word, you get one small thought, one idea of how things may go wrong. And what happens next is that you could end up having the worst case scenario of your life. Let's say that you are running a business and one of your clients was maybe rushing in a meeting and gave you maybe a quick side eye just like that. Maybe they were just in a rush, or maybe they didn't like what you said and it caused some confusion for them. Now, long story short, you may be thinking, oh my God, will I lose my client? What am I going to do? And this is something that happens on a regular, it happens by default. It's not your fault. It's not something that you can truly 100% keep under your control. But what you can do is to not reject these thoughts, these feelings, these ideas. Embrace them. They're yours for a reason. What you need to do is transcend them, change them to something different. So, this fear of what other people say kept me 8 years extra in a job that I didn't like anymore. The people around me were nice. Everything was according to a job, a normal job scenario, nothing out of the usual. But I felt like I was dying inside, and thank God my body kind of was because I had to develop a really severe heart disease because otherwise I couldn't leave that job. I changed countries. Even then, I didn't feel like I want to start new. Although I had my business in place, this happened kind of, oh my God, in 2018. So it's 6 years now. But I wasn't sure. I knew I wanted to do more. I knew I wanted to contribute in a different way. But what happened next is that unless I would just completely change my life, my routines, the way I looked at things, nothing would develop for me. I would be truly stuck and getting more and more sick and having other diseases as well because my body was in a state of, hey, you need to do something. This is not right. It was in a state of shock. So my main fear was, what are my parents going to think? I'm leaving this nicely paid, secure job. I'm going to leave all of these holidays behind, the benefits. It was easy going to work, having my payment at the end of the month. Sometimes I would perform well, sometimes I wouldn't perform too well, but I was truly afraid that my colleagues are going to disrespect me. Everyone is going to think that I'm stupid or something. Why am I leaving my job? What am I pursuing at the end of the day? Because I had no idea. There was a big picture in my mind, but I wasn't 100% sure what I'm going to do next. So I kept on pushing myself to just stuff my feelings inside of me, thinking that something's wrong with me, and I became more and more anxious. However, what I should have done now, so my story is a how not to do story for you. What I should have done different was to, number one, not reject my feelings, know that fear is normal. It's who we are, it's a part of us, it's you, it's me, it's how we are built. We are meant to survive. This is what our mind does. We are meant to thrive, not like that anyway. And then, number two, what I should have done different was to start asking myself questions. Why? What do I want? Why am I afraid? What's stressing me? So please use a pen and a piece of paper. You know, I always say this if you're following me on social media, and put these things down. The clarity that you'll be getting is extreme. You are going to have some aha moments thinking that, okay, was this what I was afraid of? Oh my goodness, it's totally different than what I thought would be keeping me stuck. So, the number one question is, why do I feel this? Whether it's overwhelm, whether it's fear, whether you have panic attacks, maybe you have anxiety, maybe you are truly feeling that things are off. I have no idea what to do next. I've just no clue what's happening with me. Is there something wrong with me? So, why is the number one question? Why do I feel this? The second question is going to get some lessons out of this whole scenario after you know what's the why. The second one is what? What can I do despite feeling afraid, despite feeling overwhelmed? Depending on what's the main word that you get from the previous question, from the why, use it in the second one, because it's so important that you not only know why, but you need to move ahead. You need to leave it behind and start moving towards something different. And you getting the lesson means that you are 100% on the other side of fear. And trust me, it feels phenomenal, especially in business, especially in your professional area where things are tough. There's a lot of unknown, many exterior things that are getting your attention, millions of things to do. I know how it feels. But when you get the what can I do despite fear, despite stress, you are going to see some amazing solutions. So, fear basically dissipates when you start to look at it with a rational mind. This is amazing because it gets you the focus on solutions. It's all you need. Rationalizing your fears means taking them in a whole new direction. It means that you have conquered them. It means that you have stepped on your fears, which we are doing today, my fearless friends. Let me know if you have any questions. Put a timer on these questions. Put a timer of about 2 or 3 minutes, depending on how much time you have, because you want to keep yourself focused on this task. You don't want to get notifications on your phone. You want to switch your phone off. You want to turn down all of these notifications, because your attention span, I know, mine is like minus 3 seconds. If I do something and my phone is not away, I'm going to check it. I'm just being honest here. And you probably are in the same situation. It's how the modern social media, smartphones, um, phones, and strategies work these days, but we can conquer it. We can truly put in the work and put in the focus. And if and when you need help with these questions, I am truly happy to serve you and to support you and your team in conquering fear and stress in business within your organization. And you can also get a great gift on my website on roxanapopet.com. Download it, enjoy it, see how easy it truly is to play with your mind. You are going to see some amazing things happening when you start basically plucking and picking some things that you no longer want to have in your mind. You'll see what I mean when you get that. 7-step guide to permanently conquer your fears. And go to the services page. I am here to guide you and your team to get that fear and stress out of your organization and to basically completely conquer your fear of what other people say or think, because it's basically mostly in our minds. I hope you have an amazing day ahead, and I'll see you soon with another live topic. Let me know your questions.